Your name, please, sir.
¿Me da su nombre, por favor, señor?
Try again, sir. Sorry, Your Honor, you were muted on this side. Try again.
Manuel,
What's your name, please, sir?
Manuel
Señor, ¿me puede dar
Roberto
su
Valle.
nombre, por favor? Manuel Robert Valle.
All right, Mr. Valle, this is the time set for your initial appearance. You are presumed innocent. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you.
Señor, muy buenos días. Le dice el juez, usted está aquí para su comparecencia inicial. Se presume que usted es inocente y tiene el derecho de permanecer callado. Todo lo que diga puede y será utilizado en su contra.
I'm seeing you, sir, on possession of a narcotic drug, possession of a dangerous drug, and possession of narcotic paraphernalia.
El día de hoy usted comparece ante mí por una acusación de posesión de una droga peligrosa y también posesión de accesorios de droga.
On these charges, I'm going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you.
Para estas acusaciones, para estos cargos, voy a asignar al defensor público para que lo represente.
Sir, have you heard of the STEP program?
Señor, ¿usted ha escuchado antes el programa STEPS? No.
All right, the STEPS program is a program run between the Superior Court and the County Attorney's Office.
Bueno, este programa STEPS es un programa que está a cargo en conjunto del Tribunal Superior junto con el Condado de Pima.
If you do drug counseling and drug treatment required by the Superior Court, the County Attorney's Office can dismiss your felony charges.
Bueno, si usted cumple, señor, con este programa y usted recibe el tratamiento para su problema, entonces puede ser el caso que la Fiscalía del Condado de Pima desestime o cancele las acusaciones que tiene usted aquí en el Tribunal Superior.
You want to see if you're, do you want to see if you're eligible for that program, sir?
¿Quiere ver, señor, si cumple
Sí.
con los requisitos para entrar al
Sí.
programa? Yes,
Sí, por
yes.
favor.
All right.
Yes, please.
State's recommending pretrial release. My inclination was pretrial. Sir, I'm going to set a STEPS screening on September 2nd at 9 a.m. and release you to pretrial services.
Bueno, señor, la recomendación del fiscal es que usted lo deje bajo la supervisión de los servicios previos al juicio. Entonces, yo le voy a fijar una audiencia que va a ser para una evaluación para este programa de STEPS el día 2 de septiembre a las 9 de la mañana. Entonces, sí, usted va a quedar libre bajo la supervisión de los servicios previos al juicio.
Okay.
Mr. Becker,
Okay.
you waive time for all defendants who I'm going to release to pretrial services if they have a STEP screening.
Yes, Your Honor. We'll waive time.
Bueno, y sí, el juez le pregunta al fiscal que si renuncia a la lectura de todos los cargos para todos estos acusados que van a tomar el programa STEPS y que van a ser liberados bajo la supervisión previa al juicio, y el fiscal dice que sí. No hay problema.
Mr.
Pues está
Valle,
bien.
I'm going to set a preliminary hearing on October 12th at 1:30 p.m.
También le voy a fijar una audiencia, señor, el día 12 de octubre a la 1:30, es una audiencia preliminar.
That hearing's unlikely to go. The most important thing for you to recall is this September 2nd court date.
Bueno, muy probablemente esa fecha del 12 de octubre quizás cambie o no se lleve a cabo, pero lo que usted sí tiene que recordar, señor, es la audiencia del 2 de septiembre.
If you don't go to court on September 2nd, sir, you will not be eligible for the STEP diversion program, and this will just be treated as a class 4 felony.
Señor, si usted no se presenta a esa audiencia el día 2 de septiembre para ver si cumple con los requisitos para el programa de STEPS o de alterno, entonces usted, señor, sí va a proceder la fiscalía con los cargos de delitos graves categoría 4, perdón.
Ok, está bien, sí entiendo.
Yes, I do understand. That's
All
okay.
right, all right, sir, you're excused. Thank you, sir.
Se puede retirar por el día de hoy. Gracias, señor.
You'll get released today.
Thank you. Thank you.
Get your down the steps.
And Your Honor, may the interpreter be excused.
Yes, lady, thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too.
All of this. Mr. Furniture.
Your name, please, sir.
Enrique Carrillo.
All right. JL, do we have all the misdemeanor arrests in the courtroom?
We do not, Your Honor. We have several in rooms this morning.
Okay. For those of you who are present, at the time set for your initial appearance, you are presumed innocent. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have the right to an attorney. When you come before me, I will let you know if the court is going to appoint you an attorney. Before we go over your conditions of release and your charges, know that I've reviewed information from law enforcement as well as pretrial services if they were able to interview you. Mr. Enrique Carrillo Camarena, I am seeing you, sir.
Aye.
Hold on, what's your name again, sir?
Enrique Darío Camarena.
Give me 1 second, sir. Gotta find your file. Thank you. All right, sir. I am seeing you on 3 counts of domestic violence, disorderly conduct. Sir, if I order you to have no contact with the alleged victims and not go back to their residence or workplace, will you agree, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, those are the conditions of release, then, sir. I will release you on your promise to go to court. That court date will be September 22nd at 9 a.m. in front of Judge Steele.
Okay.
And
Can I
Pima
ask
County-
one question?
Sure, sir.
Can I just visit the parents' house just to get my card?
Yeah, I'll allow you to return 1 time to the home with a law enforcement escort to pick up any of your required belongings, sir, okay?
Okay.
All right, sir, you're excused.
Thank you.
Reno?
Oh,
Or left inside.
this is the refusal, sorry. Your name, please, sir.
Matthew O'Donnell Marino.
Mr. Marino, I am seeing you, sir, on charges of threatening or intimidating. There are 2 counts of threatening or intimidating. These are charges out of Sahuarita Municipal Court, sir, as well as the charge of theft by control. Sir, I'm going to hold you on a $500 cash bond pursuant to Sahuarita Court's request. You're going to have court September 1st at 3 p.m. I'm going to appoint Brent Cicero to represent you at that time, sir. And with that, your excuse, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Cited.
Your name, please, sir.
Dan James Gonzalez.
Month Vice, I am seeing you, sir, on charges of disorderly conduct and assault. These are domestic violence offenses. All right, sir, I'm going to hold you on a $500 cash bond. Order no contact with the alleged victim. Set court for tomorrow in front of Judge Steele in Pima County Justice Court, and appoint Anna Dennis to represent you at that hearing, sir. And
But
with
Your
that-
Honor, I didn't do nothing, Your Honor. I got to go back to work. I got things out there, you know. I have no support. I have nothing, Your Honor. I didn't do nothing.
You're going to have court tomorrow with Judge Steele. You're going to have an attorney representing you. I do have a statement of probable cause. I did find probable cause that you committed these crimes. So you will be seen tomorrow by Judge Steele, sir, with your attorney. Your excuse, sir.
Quiet. Going outside?
Yes, switch to the person. Come on. Okay.
Twice.
Senor,
They're done with it. You're next.
help you up. Ready?
Come on.
Come on,
What are
buddy.
you doing, man?
Stand up.
What? He stands.
Nicholas Ortiz is
I'm sorry, sir. You said Nicholas Ortiz?
yes, I said yes, Nicholas Ortiz.
One second, Mr. Ortiz.
Okay, okay.
VP and City Court, right? Yeah, okay. All right, Mr. Ortiz, I am seeing you, sir, on a justice court case as well as a city court case, sir.
Uh,
The justice court charges, sir, are for
And let's see.
shoplifting and refusing to provide your name. The city court cases, sir, are for failing to appear on charges of assault, resisting arrest, disorderly conduct, liquor in a vehicle, and theft or shoplifting.
yeah,
Give me 1 second, sir.
okay.
All right, sir. Given the failure to appear in city court, I'm going to hold you on a $1,000 cash secured bond. Set court on September 4th in front of Judge Bond. Order no contact with any victims of these charges and appoint the city PD's office to represent you. I'll also enter pleas of not guilty on the city court charges because this is your arraignment for those charges. On the justice court case, sir, I'm going to hold you on a $500 cash secured bond. Appoint Anna Dennis to represent you and set court for tomorrow in front of Judge Pesquera in Tucson, or Pima County Justice Court.
Okay,
And that's your excuse, sir.
okay.
Your Honor, I'm waiting on Para, and I have Sauber in the courtroom. If you want to do that real quick.
Absolutely.
So,
Yeah, I think that was. Okay, I got
Your name, please, ma'am.
Cynthia Sauber.
All right, Ms. Sauber. I am seeing you, ma'am.
See you. I speak.
1 second, ma'am. Hold on. Ms. Sauber, I am seeing you on one charge of disorderly conduct, a domestic violence offense.
Just a miscarriage of justice.
There's allegations as well, ma'am, that you're currently involved in a Pima County justice case for the same alleged victim. Because of that, ma'am, I'm going to hold you on a $1,000 cash secured bond. Set court for tomorrow, August 27th, in front of Judge Steele, and appoint Anna Dennis to represent you. With that, ma'am, you're excused.
So you go over here? I just can't see, sorry. Hey,
sit down, good. Over here.
Right there.
Your name, please, ma'am?
Rita Para?
Ms. Para, this is a time set for your initial appearance. You are presumed innocent. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have the right to an attorney. Ma'am, I'm seeing you on a bunch of different misdemeanor cases. Let's start with the South Tucson City case, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
I'm going to appoint Michael Vaughn to represent you on the South Tucson charges. It's multiple charges of criminal trespass. I'm going to order, ma'am, that you not go back to any incident location where you've been trespassed and hold you
Yes,
on
sir.
a $500 bond, ma'am. I'm going to set court for tomorrow, August 27th at 10 a.m. in South Tucson City Court. On your Tucson City Court charges, ma'am, I have allegations.
Not listening to that.
So I have the Attorney's office asking to revoke your probation on a probation matter. I also have multiple failure to appear for other charges, criminal trespass, paraphernalia, this burning. Hey, jail, it's really loud in there.
Really loud here for him, sir.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Para, I'm going to deny the allegations in your petition to revoke. I'm going to appoint the city PD's office to represent you. I'm gonna hold you, ma'am, on a $500 cash and secured bond. Point the city PD, as I said, set court in front of Judge Blue on September 3rd at 1:45 p.m. And with that, ma'am, you're excused.
You're all right.
So what, you get una buena mía, or?
I helped you on, I helped you on some bonds, ma'am, and I set court dates for you, and you're gonna get the information from the jail as soon as we send it to them, okay?
Okay, thank you.
This way, Juan.
Take it to upper upstairs.
Yeah, once we get your process and all that.
Tell me about it, because it's exciting. Sorry about that, sir. Hood.
Miss Parr, you can leave, ma'am.
Yeah, I'm trying to get up, sir. I'm trying to get up.
Okay, ma'am.
Bye.
Any smell? Sibling, you're.
Name, please, sir.
Mark Stipson.
All right, Mr. Stapleton. This is the time set for your initial appearance, sir. You are presumed innocent. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can't be used against you. You have the right to an attorney, sir. I'm seeing you on charges out of Justice Court and City Court, sir. The Justice Court charges are for shoplifting and failure to identify yourself. On the Justice Court case, sir, I'm going to hold you on a $500 cash bond. Set court for August 27th. That's tomorrow at 1 p.m. And appoint Anna Dennis to represent you on those charges, sir. That will be in Pima County Justice Court in front of Judge Conejo. On your City Court charges, sir, I am seeing you on charges of shoplifting and assault. These are failure to appear, sir. I'm going to hold you on a $500 bond. Appoint the city PD's office. Set court in front of Judge Maldonado for September 4th. Enter pleas of not guilty on your behalf. In order you to have no contact with the alleged victims of these charges, sir. And with that, sir, you're excused.
This way. So. Zaragoza? Highland? Give him a minute. Go see them around here.
Hey, Officer Horn, question. If I
Yes, sir.
order Joseph Collins to appear at court, would you prefer that to be in the evening or the morning?
It would be easier the evening, that way you can cut the order and they could prep for it.
Can I order that for tonight?
Correct.
Do you want me to write a formal order or is a verbal order sufficient?
A formal order, and it usually states by all or any means necessary.
All right. Court
That way,
orders.
if it, yes, sir.
Yeah, so court orders Joseph Collins to appear for his initial appearance tonight by any means necessary.
Perfect.
Thank you, Officer Horn. Your name, please.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You got me?
Yes, sir.
Joseph Pyle, P-Y-L-E.
All right. Sir, this is the time set for initial appearance. You are presumed innocent. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have the right to an attorney, sir. So you're aware, sir, the alleged victim in this case is present in court and is going to make a statement.
Alleged victim is what?
Present in court and is going to make a statement as far as your conditions of release. Ma'am, would you please announce your name? And what are you asking for, ma'am? So I can't order a mental health evaluation. The only issue right now is release and contact issues. I'm not sure if Judge Millian can do that. You can discuss that with her, ma'am, but I can't do it right now. Are you asking for contact with him, ma'am?
Yes.
And are you asking that he be able to come back home wherever you live?
Yes.
All right. And are you, I think you had informed pretrial services that you would be moving? No?
No.
Okay. Then that was an error. All right. All right, Mr. Pyle, given the request of the victim, I am going to release you on your promise to go to court. You're going to have court on September 29th at 1:30 p.m. You may have contact with her. I am going to order, sir. First, you are presumed innocent, all right? I'm also going to order, sir, that you not commit any acts of domestic violence.
Okay.
You're going to have court on September 29th, as I said, in front of Judge Millian, Tucson City Court. And with that, sir, you are excused.
Thank you. Do I do anything? Shit.
Yep. Sir, pardon. Judge.
Your name, please, sir.
What'd you say?
What's your name, please, sir?
Damon Zaragoza.
We are jumping around, aren't we, Jail?
You know, that should be the start of the felony, German.
Zaragoza?
He's a keep separate. Yes, sir.
Oh, I don't have him as a keep separate either. That's why. All right. Mr. Zaragoza, I am seeing you, sir, on charges of possession of narcotic drug, possession of drug paraphernalia, sales of narcotic drugs, weapons misconduct by possession of a firearm during the commission of any felony offense. This is the time set for your initial appearance, sir. You are presumed innocent. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. Give me 1 second, sir. Sorry, sir. I'm also seeing you on charges of domestic violence, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, domestic violence, aggravated assault with dangerous instrument, domestic violence, aggravated assault, unlawful imprisonment, child abuse, and endangerment. The state, sir, is asking me to impose a $50,000 bond. Mr. Becker, what's your request, sir?
We're asking for a much more nominal bond here, if not a release to pretrial services. He's level 1 on the conditions. He has a new criminal activity score of 2, a failure to appear of 1. He has full-time employment. I believe based on his connections to the community, he would likely be able to find an alternative residence away from the alleged victim in this case. He has no priors. And Your Honor, I would ask that you take his age into account here. So if the court is inclined to impose a bond, we would ask for a much lower bond of $2,000.
Over defense objection, Mr. Zaragoza, I am going to go with the state's recommendation of a $50,000 bond, cash secured. I'm going to order that if you do post bond, you possess no firearms and surrender any weapons you have. I'm going to order you not go back to the alleged victim's residence or place of work. And I'm going to order, regardless of posting bond, that you have no contact with the alleged victim. You're going to have court, sir, September 8th at 1:30 p.m. That court is unlikely to go, though, so please speak to your attorney with regards to what to expect in the next few weeks. And with that, sir, you're excused.
Your Honor, who did you assign as the attorney?
PD, Mr. Becker, sorry, thank you.
It's always gonna happen.
Good catch. Officer Horn, what happened to, we had 2 misdemeanors that I didn't see. I thought. Oh, Rios was already released. Did I see Martin Mata? He's been what?
Got moved to the felonies, Your Honor.
Thank you. Here, you can have some back then. Thank you, I knew that. I got too many files.
I hear you. We got the same problem here. So we grab the felonies and we'll get started with those guys.
I'm ready now. I'm all ready to go.
So the next one is Rusty Donaldson. He's a keepsake.
Okay, thanks.
Donaldson, Rusty.
It's the thing we get to comments. Let's see if I got the rep share.
Your name, please, sir.
Hello, sir.
What's your name, please, sir?
What?
Do you please state your name?
Oh, sorry, Rusty Donaldson.
All right, Mr. Donaldson, this is the time set for your initial appearance. You are presumed innocent. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have the right to an attorney, sir. I'm going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you. You have an attorney, Mr. Becker, sitting next to you right now to assist you in these proceedings. Sir, I'm seeing you on a felony charge of manslaughter, aggravated assault, and criminal damage. These are charges from July of 2025. The state's asking that I honor the bond request of $25,000 that was issued by the Superior Court. It looks like it was actually issued by me. Mr. Becker, did you want to be heard, sir?
Yes, Your Honor. I mean, we're going to ask for a much lower bond here. He is once again level 1. He has a new criminal activity score of 1, a failure of 1. He has residence both by himself and with his daughter in Oro Valley. He's willing to take and transport him. He has no prior convictions. I do apologize. I've not seen the interim complaint on this case. However, regardless of those facts, I think the fact that Mr. Donaldson has such a low likelihood of not showing up for court in the future, based on the statistics and the demographics of his life and situation, if the court's inclined to impose a bond, we're asking for a much lower bond. Can I say something?
You
want to?
Talk to your attorney first, sir. So you're going to keep the file, even though. But why would I keep? Why did the city court get this file if it's going to be a felony now?
So since the number already popped out.
Right.
We just wanted to put it in our own 101.
So what do you want me to do?
That paper.
Yeah.
There should be a file folder.
Yeah.
And the folder that has 101. So you.
So what? So you don't? So you want me to give this back to Brittany though when I'm done?
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to do anything with it, right? I'm not setting a court date in city court.
Unless you have a city court.
No, it's just these are now felony charges.
No, And those are two separate matters.
Oh.
So I'm going to keep
Oh,
him shove it when he goes into the felony section.
thank you. I thought that it was moved up to felony charges. There's actual city court and felony charges. All right. That's a confusion.
Can you see your book?
You can, all of them? Really? I don't mind, I don't mind, just, yeah. I thought that these charges had been bumped up to felonies. I didn't realize you get both. Ms. Goodman, while we're waiting, can you tell me the nature of the charges? Of course, I don't have the interim complaint because it's post indictment. But can you tell me a little about what the indictment says?
Yes, Your Honor. 1 second.
I mean, I have the charges. I'm just trying to figure out if this is vehicular or if this is firearm related.
Let me just double check, Your Honor. If last time I checked, it was vehicular, but bear with me. So let's see here. It's like it's reported the defendant fell asleep while he was driving, causing for him to run red light. There's a collision with two vehicles. And one of the victims was succumbed from her injuries due to the collision, and they were all with multiple victims.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Goodman.
You're welcome.
Your Honor, if it's appropriate that I may speak, I would just like to add, Mr. Donaldson and I have been talking. The summons, at least on the file, it was sent to West Cactus Bluff. Mr. Donaldson no longer resides there, and he did not reside there at the time that the summons was mailed, so he was unaware of any of this. Had he been aware of that, he would have shown up. Additionally, he's reported to me that he called the Superior Court and the courts multiple times regarding this case and another event in which he had to contact the court, and they said that there was something in the works. However, they did not give him an official date or time or anything like that. And so basically he was uninformed wholly of these preceding charges. And he would like that the court to take that into consideration. And, you know, if the, once again, either release under pretrial services or impose a nominal bond.
All right. Over the state's objection, I am going to release Mr. Donaldson to pretrial services. Appoint the PD's office. Sir, no contact with the alleged victims or their next of kin. Do not drive without a valid license. You'll have court September 2nd, sir, at 1:30 p.m. That will be your arraignment, sir. That court date will go. You'll be in Superior Court on September 2nd, okay, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right.
And what was that about the driving? What did you say?
I said do not drive without a valid license.
Oh, okay.
All right, sir, you're excused.
Thank you, sir.
Apologies for the delay, Your Honor.
Your name, please, sir.
Matthew Acosta.
All right, sir. Give me 1 second to allow the jail to let all the felony arrests filter in, then we'll discuss your charges and your intentions of release, sir.
Right, Your Honor, I have everybody in the room except one who can't be in here with everybody else.
Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the time set for initial appearance. You are all presumed innocent. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have the right to an attorney. I'll be appointing you an attorney on all your felony charges. If you also have misdemeanor charges, when you come before me, I'll let you know. Mr. Becker is going to be sitting right next to you this morning. He'll assist you in your conditions of release. The state's being represented by Ms. Goodman. She is present over Microsoft Teams. Before we go further, know that I've reviewed information from law enforcement and pretrial services, and I'll take arguments from both counsel before I determine what conditions of release are appropriate. Sir, you said your name is Mr. Yasiel Milan Acosta?
Yes.
Sir, you've been charged with possession of narcotic for sale, possession of dangerous drug for sale, misconduct involving weapons, and possession of paraphernalia. The state's asking for a $15,000 bond. My inclination, counsel, was a $7,500 bond. Does either party wish to be heard further?
Nothing further from the state, Your Honor. Thank you.
Yes, Your Honor. I mean, Mr. Acosta has no prior felony convictions. He's a handyman here in the community of Tucson. He lives also in Tucson with his mom, who's verified his address where he can live and be transported. His new criminal activity score is 2, which is relatively low. So for those reasons, we would ask for, if the court's inclined to impose a bond, a lower bond of $1,000.
I'll lower my initial inclination and do a $5,000 cash as secured bond, sir. Order no firearms, surrender any firearms in your ownership or possession to TPD or PCSO within 24 hours of your release. Appoint the PD's office and set a preliminary hearing for September 8th at 1:30 p.m. And with that, sir, you're excused.
Get out, Lisa. All got, sir. Down the steps for the taxi.
Your name, please, ma'am.
Lisa Aguilar?
Ms. Aguilar, I am seeing you, ma'am, on charges of theft from a vulnerable adult and fraud schemes and artifices. There was a Superior Court warrant issued for your arrest in the amount of $25,000. The alleged victim is present over Microsoft Teams. Ma'am, would you please state your name and tell the court what you want me to know regarding conditions of release? And to unmute yourself, oh, you are unmuted. All right, sir or ma'am, I'm sorry, is it Mr. or Miss McClare? Okay.
Yes, hello.
Okay, what did you want the court to know with regard to the conditions of release for Miss Aguilar?
This for Larnell Askew.
I'm sorry, ma'am, say that again.
Is this for Larnell Askew?
Wrong person? Okay, no, I'm sorry. This is Miss Aguilar. You're good. I'm sorry, ma'am. He'll be next, I believe. All right, Miss Aguilar, I apologize for the miscommunication there. The state, ma'am, is asking that I impose the $25,000 bond that was requested. Mr. Becker?
Yes, Your Honor. At the time, Miss Askew was in Colorado when this summons was mailed to her here in Tucson. There's no possible way that she would have been able to know that this was even pending. Miss Aguilar. She has no prior felonies. The Arizona Department of Transportation affirms that she now has residence here in Tucson. I do understand the nature of the charges and the fact that there was no showing up in 2022. But like as I said, she was completely out of state at that time. And we're asking the court to take that into consideration and release her to pretrial services.
And Ms. Aguilar, I did take that into consideration. I am not going to do the $25,000 bond. However, I've got some concerns because you have a Pima County justice court case as well that you failed to appear for. So I am going to hold you on a $2,500 cash or secured bond. Set court for September 2nd at 1:30 p.m. Order no contact with the alleged victim and appoint the legal defendant's office to represent you on your felony charges. On your misdemeanor charges, ma'am, I'm going to hold you on a $100 cash or secured bond. Set court for tomorrow, August 27th, in front of Judge Pesquera, and appoint Anna Dennis. This is for charges of driving on a suspended license and specifically failing to appear for your court date on those charges, ma'am. All right, ma'am, you're excused. Thanks.
Yes, ma'am.
Good evening, please, sir.
I'm gonna ask you.
I'm going to ask you, I'm seeing you, sir, on charges of aggravated harassment and aggravated domestic violence. All right, Ms. McClure, did you wish to be heard now? I'm sorry, ma'am.
Yes.
What did you want the court to know, ma'am?
I don't want him out because I'm scared for my life and he might hurt me. So I want him to stay in there.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. The state's asking me to impose a $15,000 bond. Counsel, Mr. Askew also has a DOC hold, so even if he posts bond, he will not be released. He'll be sent back to DOC. Mr. Becker, did you want to be heard, sir?
Sure. I mean, the fact that he already has a DOC hold, and I think he has another hold as well. I don't think that a 15K bond is going to be appropriate. He's going to be held no matter what. He's not going to be able to afford that. And there's no way that he's going to be, it's essentially a no bond in this kind of case, Your Honor. So we're asking for a much more nominal bond so that we hear his time credit and he's while being held in the other cases. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Becker. Mr. Askew, I'm going to hold you on a $10,000 cash secured bond. Order no contact with the alleged victim. If you do post bond and are later released from DOC, you cannot go back to the victim's residence or place of work. You're going to have a preliminary hearing on September 8th at 1:30 p.m. and the public defender's office is appointed. And with that, sir, you're excused. Thank you, Ms. McClure. You can be excused too, ma'am. Your name, please, sir.
Morning.
Your name, please, sir.
Yes, myself.
Bartel, I'm seeing you on a number of different cases, sir. One of them is a warrant. Hold on, sir. Out of a different jurisdiction. I'm also seeing you on 3 cases, sir. Superior Court, or what will be Superior Court if these are indicted cases. Let me begin with your Colorado case, sir.
Missouri.
Missouri?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. All right, so are you on charges of possession of dangerous drugs out of, this is Greene County?
Yes, sir.
Let me see if I can find the warrant. Ms. Goodman, this is looks like a probation violation case. Are you asking for no bond on this one or a bond?
No bond, Your Honor, for the expedition unit.
All right. So, sir, on your Missouri case, I'm going to hold you without bond. Appoint the LD's office and set a extradition hearing on August 31st at 1:30 p.m.
But
And to your other matters, sir. On CR 20263186, sir, I have you on charges of possession of narcotic drug, possession of drug paraphernalia. I requested a bond of $1,000. State's asking me to impose a $10,000 bond. Mr. Becker, did you wish to be heard, sir?
Sure, Your Honor. I mean, because he already has the no bond hold, we would ask for a $500 bond just to ensure that he's earning time credits. And that's all I would say, Your Honor.
Oh, and Your Honor, for the CR, the state was requesting the $1,000 requested by the warrant.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Goodman. Got, again, too much paperwork here. Mr. Bartel, I am going to do a $1,000 cash and secured bond, set court for September 2nd, and again, appoint the legal defender's office on those charges, sir. I also have you, sir, on charges of burglary. On these charges, my inclination was a $5,000 bond, cash or secured. Does other party wish to be heard?
Your Honor, the state is asking for the $10,000 based on the ongoing criminal activity and his status as a fugitive from justice.
Mr. Becker?
Sure, Your Honor. Both of these allegations are criminal trespassing, burglaries with nobody hurt or involved. The amount of alleged money and damage is minimal here. So we think that a $5,000 bond is inappropriate. You would ask for an $1,000 bond concurrent with the others.
So I can't do it concurrent with the fugitive or with his post-indictment matter, Mr. Becker. I can do it on his pre-indictment matters. I'm going to do this, folks. I'm going to do a $10,000 cash and secured bond as to the two remaining pre-indictment matters combined. So it'll be combined $10,000 cash and secured bonds on CR 26012629 and CR 26012636. Again, appointing legal defender's office and setting a preliminary hearing for September 8th at 1:30 p.m. All right, Mr. Bartal, with that, your excuse, sir. Your name, please, sir. Your name, please, sir.
Yes, Your Honor.
Sir, what's your name?
Brandon Boving.
Beauvais, I'm seeing you, sir, on charges of possession of dangerous drugs, possession of drug paraphernalia. Sir, have you heard of the STEPS program?
No.
It's a program that allows the state to dismiss charges if you do drug treatment and counseling required by the court. You want to consider that program, sir?
Yes.
All right, I'll do a STEPS screening for September 2nd, 9 a.m. Preliminary hearing October 12th, and appoint the PD's office. You're released to pretrial services, sir. Sir, you have to go to that court date on September 2nd. If you don't go, you won't be eligible for the STEPS program, and this will simply be a class 4 felony prosecution. Okay, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, sir. Your excuse, sir.
I'm released.
Your name, please, sir.
Arturo Chaboy.
Mr. Jaboya, I am seeing you, sir, on 1 count of disorderly conduct, domestic violence. Sorry, 2 counts of disorderly conduct, domestic violence. State, sir, is asking that I impose a $10,000 bond. Mr. Becker, did you wish to be heard, sir?
Yes, Your Honor. His NCA and FTA are both 2 here. Jorge has employment and he has residence that, from my understanding at least, is away from the victim, alleged victim in these cases. There was no physical harm either in these allegations. At least that's what my impression from reading the interim complaint. His last prior was in 1997. I think that to ensure that he shows up for this, we would argue for either a release to pretrial services or a much lower bond of $1,000.
Mr. Jaboya, over the state's objection, I'm going to release you to pretrial services under the following conditions. Sir, you're not to possess any firearms. You must surrender any firearms in your possession or ownership to TPD, Pima County Sheriff, within 24 hours of your release. You're also not to go to the alleged victim's residence or place of work. You can have contact with her. She's asked for that, but you cannot go to her place of residence or work. All right, sir?
Correct.
We'll appoint the PD's office to represent you, sir. You'll have court September 15th at 1:30 p.m. Sir, that court is unlikely to go, so please stay in touch with your attorney as well as pretrial services to know where and when you're needed in court. And with that, sir, you're excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Your name, please, sir.
Talil Gordon.
Mr. Gordon, I am seeing you, sir, on 1 count of domestic violence, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, 1 charge of domestic violence kidnapping. The state, sir, is asking me to impose a $20,000 bond. Counsel, my inclination was a higher bond. Do you want to be heard, Mr. Becker?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Gordon does not live with the alleged victim in this case, so if released, he would not be, in or around or near her or her residence at all. His mom is willing to take and transport him to any future court hearings. And from at least what I was able to review, his last prior was in 2014 and completed that successfully, Your Honor. So we would ask that you take all of that into consideration here and impose a much more, if the court's inclined to impose a bond, much lower bond. Thank you.
Given what I have for pretrial services as well as the Form 4C, I'm going to go with the state's recommendation of a $20,000 bond, cash or secured. Order no contact with the alleged victim. If you do post bond, sir, you must surrender any firearms in your possession or ownership to TPD or PCSO within 24 hours of your release. No contact with, or do not go back to the victim's residence or workplace if you are released. The no contact order exists regardless of your release conditions. I will appoint the PD's office and set court for September 8th at 1:30 p.m. With that, sir, you're excused.
Makes sense.
Hardy?
Your name, please, sir.
Joseph Harden.
Mr. Harding, I am seeing you, sir, on 2 felony charges. One is for failing to appear on a charge of shoplifting. At that time, sir, I issued an arrest warrant for the bond of $1,000. The second, sir, is for charges of possession of narcotic drug, possession of paraphernalia, possession of a dangerous drug. The state's asking that I honor my bond request and set another bond of $1,000 on your new drug charges, sir. Mr. Becker, do you want to be heard, sir?
Sure, Your Honor. My understanding is that he is eligible for the STEPS program in his new case. So we would ask that one he be screened for that if the court thinks it's appropriate. And second off, Mr. Harding, the ban of limited means and $1,000 is difficult for him, maybe even impossible. So we would ask for, if the court's going to run anything consecutive, a $500 bond.
Mr.
And
Harding, have
state-
you heard of the, go ahead, Ms. Goodman.
My apologies, Your Honor. I was going to say the state's in agreement with the steps court hearing. My apologies for failing to select it.
You're fine. Thank you, ma'am. Mr. Harding, have you heard of the STEPS program?
No, sir.
It's a program run between the court and the county attorney's office. If you do drug treatment and counseling required by the court, the state can dismiss your felony charges. Do you want to be seen if you're available for that, sir, or eligible?
Sir.
I'll do a STEPS screening on September 2nd at 9 a.m. Mr. Becker, I'll hear your arguments. Sir, I'm going to hold you on two $500 bonds. They must be consecutive because they're still in different courthouses. That'll be a combined $1,000 bond. That STEP screening, sir, will be on September 2nd at 9 a.m. I'm going to appoint the PD's office to represent you, sir. And because I'm not releasing you, sir, I'll set a preliminary hearing on September 8th. Sir, I don't know if the jail is going to transport you for that STEPS screening or not. If they do bring you to the courthouse on September 2nd, I suggest you go to see if you're eligible, sir. As I said, sir, on your failure to appear charge for the shoplifting, where I issued the $1,000 bond, I'm going to reduce that to $500. Cash is secured. Set court, sir, for September 2nd. That will be your arraignment, sir. So ideally, you'll be transported for your STEPS screening in the morning and then see me in the afternoon, sir, for your arraignment. I'll appoint the PD on both cases. With that, sir, your excuse.
Harmon? Come on up, sir. There's a round checks.
Your name, please, sir.
Ryder.
Mr. Harmon, I'm seeing you, sir, on a charge of criminal trespass in the first degree. The state's asking that I release you to pretrial services. That was my inclination. Sir, you can't go back to the incident location where you're alleged to have trespassed. Do you understand that?
I do.
All right. If you go back there again, I'll be here tomorrow morning and I'll see you again. And next time I'm going to have to hold you on a bond. Okay, sir?
I understand.
All right. I'll release you to pretrial services. Set court for September 15th. Order no going back to the incident location. Sir, that court date, I just said it's unlikely to go. You have to stay in touch with pretrial services as well as your attorney so you know where and when you'll be in court, okay?
Know how long?
Sorry, sir?
You understand?
Yeah, I had a question.
Yes, sir.
Um, how long it would take to know to look it up on Google Maps?
What's he asking, Mr. Becker?
Your Honor, I believe it's related to the facts of his case. So I don't think it's appropriate for this time.
Court you can't go back. The place you cannot go back to, sir, is 3535 East Alvord Road, Unit 13. You cannot go back there, okay, sir? All right, sir, you're excused. Name, please, sir.
Angelito Hernandez.
All right, Mr. Hernandez, I think you're in charge of being a prohibited possessor and possessing a weapon. The state's asking that I hold you on a $15,000 bond in lieu of holding you on a no bond hold. Counsel, my inclination was a $5,000 bond. I didn't see the no bond issue. Now I do. Ms. Goodman, did you wish to be heard first, ma'am?
Yes, Your Honor, if I can just double check, I believe he had, yeah, he found it out.
In a different case, yes, ma'am.
Yeah, that was the basis, Your Honor. He just won't stop and he has a criminal history.
All right. I did see that, ma'am. Bond 15,000. Mr. Becker, do you want to be heard first, sir?
Sure. I would just say that he is a member of the Tucson community here. His family reports that he's a self-employed barber here in Tucson. And he has a residence that he's able to leave and go to. So we would just ask that you take that into consideration if the court's inclined to impose a bond, offer a lower bond. Thank you.
I'm going to do the $15,000 cash secured bond, set court September 8th at 1:30 p.m. and appoint the PD's office. With that, sir, you're excused.
Sir.
Early,
Your name, please, ma'am.
Amethyst Hurley.
All right, Ms. Hurley, I am seeing you, ma'am, on charges of possession of a narcotic drug. The state's asking that I hold you on a $10,000 bond in lieu of holding you without the ability to post bond. They're alleging that you were on release on other charges. They're also asking for a steps screening. Ms. Goodman, I understand your request for the bond. My inclination, ma'am, was to release her to pretrial services again because it's a steps eligible case. I understand she's on release for another felony charge. Go ahead and speak first, Ms. Goodman.
Your Honor, considering the court's inclination, I would ask for the court to consider at least some kind of bond, especially if she is released on a violent case. And looking at the number of prior felonies, the concern is that she might come back with further charges.
I'm sorry, I didn't see the charges she was released on. I wrongly assumed it was another drug charge. So I see that she's alleged to have been released on charges of aggravated robbery and organized retail theft. Mr. Becker?
Your Honor, I know that you had mentioned that you're initially inclined to release her to pretrial services. We would ask that remain here. She's reported to me that she's doing everything that she can and that she's able to here in Tucson. So we would ask that you take all of that into consideration. Additionally, that she is eligible for STEPS. She wants to be able to prove that she's a perfect candidate for the STEPS program by showing up in person out of custody here. So we're asking that you release her wholly to pretrial services at this point.
All right. Over the state's strong objection, I'm going to do that. I'm going to release Ms. Hurley to pretrial services, set a STEPS screening. Ma'am, are you aware of the STEPS program? The program that allows the state to dismiss felony charges like these if you do drug treatment and counseling required by the state. Are you interested in that, ma'am?
Yes.
please.
I'll do a STEPS screening on September 2nd, PH on October 12th, and appoint the LD's office. Then you've got to go to Superior Court on September 2nd at 9 a.m. if you want to be considered for this diversion-like program, okay?
Okay.
Ma'am, you're excused.
Your Honor,
Yeah,
I have Ms. Hurley on her way, but I have Mr. Lizaranga
great.
in the courtroom. We can just do him first while she gets here. Oh, that's.
Your name, please, sir.
Abelardo Lizarraga.
All right, Mr. Lizaranga, I am seeing you, sir, on charges of 5 counts of weapons misconduct, 1 count of possession of a weapon during a narcotics offense, possession of narcotics for sale, and possession of drug paraphernalia. State's asking me to impose a $40,000 bond. Counsel, my inclination initially was a $15,000 cash bond. Does either party wish to be heard?
Nothing further with the court's inclination, Your Honor.
Mr. Becker?
Yes, Your Honor. I mean, I would highlight to the court that his last trial was from 2017. We completed that. Additionally, he has an address here in Tucson. The Arizona Department of Transportation confirmed that. He has very low, for the nature of these offenses, he has a very low criminal activity and a failure to appear score. He has no prior failures to appear, at least within the last 2 years. And according to pretrial services own metrics, he's, for all intents and purposes, the level 1 nonviolent restrictions. So we would ask that the court take that into consideration and either release him to pretrial services or impose a bond of $2,000.
Right. Over defense objection, then I'm going to hold you, sir, on a $15,000 cash bond set court for September 8th at 1:30 p.m. and appoint the public defender's office to represent you on these charges, sir. With that, your excuse, sir.
Sir.
In the room now? Council, go south.
Okay.
I see this list.
What's your name, please, ma'am? Are you Miss Lewis?
Don't you have a damn birth certificate right there with my name on it? Some of my stuff is confidential. Please stop asking me the same questions.
So, ma'am, you've got to confirm your name with the court so that I know who is in front of me. All right, Dale, we're going to continue this until tonight.
What don't you spray people with?
All right, come on, Miss Lee, now. Lopez.
Your name, please, sir.
Roberto Lopez.
Mr. Lopez, I am seeing you, sir, on charges of weapons misconduct. The state, sir, is asking for a $10,000 bond. Counsel, my inclination was a $5,000 bond. Does either party wish to be heard?
No, Your Honor.
Becker.
Yes, Your Honor. His mother is willing to take and transport him here within Tucson. Additionally, he does have employment in the community, and pretrial services stated that his restrictions would be the level 1 nonviolence, which, as we know, is the lowest level here in Pima County. So we would just ask if the court's inclined to take a set of bond, that would be a $1,000 bond.
I'm going to go with my initial inclination of $5,000 cash secured. Appoint the legal defender's office and set court for September 8th at 1:30 p.m. With that, sir, you're excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Sure, you take care of it.
Marshall. All the way up, sir.
Your name, please, ma'am.
Marshall.
All right, Ms. Marshall, I'm seeing you on a felony charge as well as 2 misdemeanor charges, one from justice court, one from city court. On the
Yes.
felony charge, ma'am, I'm seeing you on charges of possession of a narcotic drug, possession of paraphernalia, and possession of a dangerous drug. The state's asking that I set a steps screening and hold you. No, they're not. I'm sorry, ma'am. The state's asking that I hold you on a $1,500 cash and secured bond.
You are correct, Your Honor.
Is it steps case?
Yes, that she is.
Ma'am, have you heard of the steps program?
No, I am not.
The program that allows the state to dismiss charges if you do drug treatment counseling required by the court. Do you want to be screened for that, ma'am?
Yes, please.
All right. We'll do a steps screening on September 2nd at 9 a.m. Ms. Marshall, Mr. Becker, my inclination is to hold her on a small bond because she has been failing to appear for other court cases within Tucson. Do you have any objection to a $500 bond, sir?
I mean, certainly Miss Marshall would like to be released to pretrial services. So I would echo that.
I promise I go to court.
Ms. Marshall, you have just too many failure to appears, ma'am. I'm going to hold you on a $500 cash secured bond. Set your steps screening for September 2nd and your preliminary hearing for September 8th and appoint the PD's office on the felony charges. On your justice court case, ma'am, I'm going to hold you on a $100 cash secured bond. Appoint Anna Dennis and set court for tomorrow, August 27th at 1 p.m. in front of Judge Miller. On your city court file, ma'am, these are for charges of possession of paraphernalia and possession of prescription drugs without a valid prescription. I am going to release you on this, ma'am, just so that you only have 2 court cases to deal with at a time. I'm going to set a non-transport review hearing on August 14th in front of Judge Klotz. Appoint the city PD's office to represent you at that hearing. Ma'am, if you're out of custody, you got to go to court in city court on the 14th of August. Hold on, that's wrong. That should be the 18th of September. Sorry. Ma'am, so if you're released, you got to go to court in city court on the 18th of September. If you're still in custody, the city PD will represent your interests and you do not need to be present at that time, ma'am. Going to enter pleas of not guilty on your behalf for the city court charges. And with that, ma'am, you're excused.
Ricardo Martinez.
Your name, please, sir.
Ardo Martinez.
Martinez, I am seeing you, sir, on aggravated driving under the influence. The state's asking that I release you to pretrial services. That was my inclination. Sir, you're going to have court on September 15th at 1:30 p.m. and I'm going to appoint the PD's office. All right, I just set a court date, sir. That court date's highly unlikely to go. So you got to stay in touch with pretrial services as well as your attorney to know where and when you're needed in court. Okay, sir?
Thank you.
All right, so you're excused.
Citizen,
Okay.
come on.
Morning, Judge.
Morning, sir. Your name, please, sir.
Reginald Simpson.
Mr. Stewart, I am seeing you on charges of possession of dangerous drugs and possession of narcotic drugs.
Yes, sir.
1 second, sir. The state, sir, is asking that I impose a $3,000 bond on
Busy
your,
morning, Your Honor. He's also steps.
thank you, Mr. Goodman. He's only stepped on one, correct? All right.
Correct.
All right, so Mr. Simpson, I'm seeing you on a post-indicted matter for possession of dangerous drugs and a pre-indictment new charges, sir, for possession of narcotic drugs.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry.
Well, don't apologize yet, sir. Counsel, my inclination was to hold Mr. Simpson on the warrant requested by Judge Monroe of $500 and then set a consecutive $500 bond and a steps hearing on the new charges. Does either party wish to be heard?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Becker?
Certainly, I mean, Mr. Simpson would ask that you be released to pretrial services, so I'll echo that. You know, and if the court is inclined, he's a Tucson resident, so we would ask for the nominal bond. If the court's not inclined to release him outright to pretrial services.
I'm not, Mr. Simpson. I'm going to hold you on a $500 cash secured bond on your CR 20253426. Set your arraignment for September 2nd at 1:30 p.m. and appoint the PD's office on those charges. On your new charges, sir, I'm going to hold you on a $100 cash secured bond. Set a steps screening for September 2nd at 9 a.m. and your preliminary hearing for September 8th and appoint the PD's office. Sir, I don't know if the jail is going to transport you for that steps screening. If they do bring you to jail on the morning of the 2nd, I'd suggest you go and see if you're eligible for this steps program. Okay, sir?
Your Honor, did you go over what the SEPS program
Well,
was?
I'm sorry, Mr. Simpson.
Mr. Simpson?
The steps program is a program run jointly between the county attorney's office and the Pima and the courthouse. If you do drug treatment and counseling required by the court, the state can dismiss your felony charges. Do you want to be seen if you're eligible for that, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll do that step screening then on September 2nd at 9 a.m. Sir, I hope you have 2 court dates on the 2nd. I hope you got a step screening. You will absolutely have an arraignment, sir. We'll see you then.
So what I got to come to court? Yeah.
If you post bond, sir, you've got to come to court. Otherwise, the jail will transport you. Your name, please, sir.
Stanberry Sproles.
All right, Mr. Stanberry Sproles, I am seeing you, sir, on charges of possessing a weapon by a prohibited possessor. The state, sir, is asking that I impose a $15,000 bond in lieu of holding you without the ability to post bond. There's allegations, sir, that you were released to pretrial services on another felony charge, which is why they're asking for the bond. Mr. Becker, my inclination was a $10,000 bond if the state did not ask for a bond, a no bond hearing. Did you wish to be heard, sir?
Your Honor, I would just affirm that he is a community member here in Tucson. He has an address that was affirmed by the Department of Transportation. And we would just ask you to take that into consideration and either release him to pretrial or impose a much lower bond.
All right, Mr. Sandberry Sproles, I'm going to hold you on that $10,000 cash secured bond, set court for September 8th at 1:30 p.m. and appoint the legal defender's office to represent you. And with that, sir, you're excused. Your name, please, sir. Your name, please, sir.
Martin Romero Mata.
All right, Mr. Mata, I am seeing you on felony charges and misdemeanor charges. The felony charges, sir, are aggravated assault on a police officer. The state's asking for a $10,000 bond. The misdemeanor charges, sir, are for charges of domestic violence assault and domestic violence disorderly conduct. Mr. Becker, did you want to be heard on the felony charges, sir?
Your Honor, I would just affirm that he has residence here in Tucson. He's a lifelong member, at least from my understanding. And we just hope you would take that into consideration with his ties to his community and his family here. And if the court's inclined to impose a bond, incline a much lower bond.
All right, there's also allegations, sir, that you were on probation at the time. There is no probation hold that I'm aware of yet. I am going to go with the state's recommendation of a $10,000 cash secured bond, appoint the PD's office, and set your preliminary hearing for September 8th at 1:30 p.m. On your city court charges, sir, I'm going to enter plea of not guilty, assign this case to Judge Maldonado, hold you on a $1,000 cash secured bond, set court for September 4th at 1:45 p.m. and appoint the city PD's office to represent you on these charges. I'm also going to order, sir, no contact with the alleged victims. And if you do post bond in our release, you can now go back to their residence or their workplaces. With that, sir, you're excused. Thanks all.
That looks like it, Your Honor. Good job today.
Well,